yourself on.
Well, that would work. And it doesn't matter because it's not streaming right, so I gotta fix this. Hold on. We're gonna have to try this again. Because neither one of them are... What in the hell? I hate... Okay. Try again. Hold on.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Let's try again. Let's try again. Let's try again.
Just thinking about it.
Oh, no. Well, now we're live. I had this beautiful thing and it didn't work. I'm pissed off now.
Well, just play it again.
Okay, I will play it again.
Don't know if I'm ready to step on.
Okay, well, yeah.
There it is. Now we have it.
The only thing that was working was we were live on YouTube, and that's it. So YouTube has this long video of us.
Oh,
so, now that we've like screwed the pooch on that, we're gonna wait for a couple of people to jump on, and then say hi when you jump on, so that we know you're on. We're having issues like we've been having technical difficulties with Facebook Lives recently.
It's user error.
It's not user error. It's not your user error. So let me make sure it's live. Say hi if you've hopped on, since it says we're live. Okay. I'm going to give it a minute because the first one didn't come through. Jesus.
It says we're live.
Yeah, I know it says we're live.
Mm-hmm.
And our guest is just sitting there making faces at us in the background, wondering what the hell's going on. And I'm wheezing like an old lady. It's all
You're
good.
the only one that can see him.
Oh, you can't see him. I can see him.
No, you're the only one.
I can see him. He's just like, what the hell's wrong with these people? Say hi when you hop on. Hello. Hello. We had issues. So if you're joining us, tonight we have a special guest. You may know him from Living for the Dead, or you may know him from Central Kentucky Mystical Market, or you may know him from Sacred Journey because he does come hang with us occasionally because we love him and he's amazing. We have Mr. Ken Boggle. I'm going to add him to the screen.
You might also know me from a little television making television program called Tarot Day with Ken Boggle.
I know. I had some, what popped up on my memories? Oh my gosh. It was a very young you doing coffee with Ken.
Oh.
The mornings. Oh my gosh. I used to get up and drink my coffee and watch you do it in the mornings.
Like,
it
yes,
up in my memories.
Yeah. So I really want to do that again. Coffee with Ken Boggle, for those of you who don't know. Coffee with Ken Boggle was something that I did with Facebook first. And then I started doing it through VidiSpace. I think, let me watch my mouth real quick. I think I'm going to do it differently. I think I'm going to make it a podcast.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
I think that would be awesome.
But the trouble with that is that I have a really hard time with being fake. And if something crosses my mind or something pops in my head, I have a habit of saying it. And now that I'm employed by the powers that be, I don't think they would appreciate that at all. But yeah, Coffee with Ken Boggle, Brian Patrick O'Malley. Brian is amazing. I love him so much. But I think I might do it as a podcast, or I might just do it as like TikTok live, because it seems like everybody's doing TikTok lives now. So I might,
Oh yeah.
do it that way. I don't know. But anyway, thank you for having me on. I'm stoked
Thanks
to be
for
here.
being here.
So excited about the Sacred Journey coming up March 23rd and 24th.
That's next
Yes.
weekend.
Next
What the
weekend.
hell? It is
And
coming up
the-
so quick.
And the tarot battle royale between myself and the
The
Connors.
Royal Rumble.
The Royal Rumble at Eastgate, Cincinnati, and it's going to be
Right.
fabulous. It's going to be fabulous. Yeah.
Yes,
You all have really been trying to organize that for a long time, and it's finally here. And
It's
gonna
been
be
a hot.
so phenomenal.
It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. Very excited.
I was doing some sharing. Okay. Yeah, it's been a minute. We've been trying to do that. At least a couple of Sacred Journeys where you and
Right.
Misty and Ashley have been talking about it.
Yeah.
And we just now are able to get it done, and I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be amazing. So there's, I had the whole 3, but wait, there's more. Now we got 4. So it's wait, there's more. Now we got 4. If you've ever been to a Sacred Journey market, we always have some kind of special event. And we've never had 4 readers doing tandem
gallery reading.
right. So
Yeah. It's something that I did years ago with Jenny, the Detroit Love Witch, at my Airbnb in Frankfort, Kentucky.
yes.
Mhm.
And we called it Tag Team Tarot,
hmm
and or dueling tarot. We had some kind of fabulous name for it, and it went really well in that she would get pieces of information that I didn't get, but when you added it together, we came up with some really profound stuff. And initially what I wanted to have happen, because in my infinite ridiculousness, wanted it to be conflictive. I wanted for her to disagree with me and for me to do the same. It just never happened. It was just all very cohesive. And I don't expect this one to be any different, although I would like a difference of opinion. I really think like when you can get 4 really phenomenal readers together and
Right.
there be some kind of understanding that happens between the 2 of them live in front of people, it's just something you never see. And
Right.
I really would like to see that. I would.
If anything, it's going to be entertaining.
Right.
Oh God. With the
Because to
Connor
put-
sisters? Are you kidding?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Press pause. I'm entirely too short for this shot. Hold on a second. Just bear with.
Get another pillow. There you go.
Yeah, we have some people slowly trickling in after we had our snafu. Hi, Tracy.
There we go. Hi.
Hi, Kara Ann. We had technical difficulties, so people are trickling in now. They're like, "Oh, there you are." I'm like, "I know."
Yeah.
I hate when that happens when I have something really good going, and then it just says, "Screw you."
Just for those who are catching up, we're talking about the amazing gallery reading that I'm doing on March 23rd at Sacred Journey with the Connor sisters, with the Appalachian Witches.
Yes,
So
and
it'd be cool.
yeah. So your experience, what do you have? I mean, you've done lots of gallery readings. Hi, Raymond. In your experience, what's the most profound thing that's happened at a gallery reading with you?
I want to give 2 answers.
Okay.
The one is when I give a gallery reading, I encourage it to be held something close to an AA meeting, where you stand up and you say, "Hi, my name is," and then everybody says, "Hi, Mimi, this is my issue." And that when something happens and we hit this moment of real trauma or real emotion, for people to gather around you and to share in that. So it's always profound for me and for the people who experience it to have a room full of strangers get up and love each other.
Yeah. And that's one thing I will say about, I mean, not to toot our own horn, but I feel like at our market, I feel like everybody is very caring and it's a very welcoming community.
Yes, we're family.
I mean, honestly, we do it because we like the fellowship, so to speak, with our
Yeah.
other people. And that's what I enjoy so much about it, and enjoy doing things like this, because it is very emotional sitting in a gallery reading.
Yeah. And the other thing that I loved, it wasn't profound, but I loved it, was that years ago I did a gallery reading where a lady was she couldn't sit still. She was just like trying to get her question. So finally I got her question in. And then as soon as she was done asking it, she started to leave the room. And I said, absolutely not. Sit your asses back down. I was like, we were all there for you and your bull. I don't know if I'm allowed to really cuss.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I said, we were all here for you and your bullshit. You will be here for everybody else's shit. Sit back down.
Right. It's not, even if you don't get, it's interesting to watch other people get, I mean, and then the look on their face when somebody's reading them and they go, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that and like, I try to do, my modality is that I try to do a real reading in the shortest amount of time possible, which is hard. But I also try to impart something close to wisdom, something close to healing. So even if you don't get a question answered, you get to walk away with a profound sense of understanding yourself, others, or you learn something about processing trauma, or you learn something about and how you live your life. So that's really, I think, the reason why gallery readings works so well for me. I don't do enough of them now. This will be the first gallery reading I've done since last Sacred Journey we did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this will be really good for me too. I've never done it with this many psychics before.
I know that, and that's what I just
yeah.
to see how it, because I know all the personalities are going to be in there. I think it's going to be really interesting to see all of you mesh together.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're all on the same team. I'm
Right.
there by myself.
It's like everybody's ganging up
3
on
against
you.
1.
I think
Got
you
a lot
can
of
hold
work
your
to do.
own.
This is water, by the way. Look at Missy. We're hydrating. I think that they should take it easy on me.
They should.
But if one of the Connor sisters comes at me with a chair, I'm going to come at them with a table. That's what happens.
And then it really
I'll
will be a
be in
Royal
there.
Rumble.
I love them.
Yeah.
I love them without hesitation, without reservation. I've respected them and adored them. They're phenomenal, and I can't think of a single thing I'd rather be doing on March 23rd than to just be in the room with all of them and to do something like this. I think it's going to be phenomenal.
They are probably the most genuine people I've ever met in my life. That they're just caring and the nicest people and never have a harsh word to say about anybody. And I just love being around them, and we love having them.
I love them too. I prefer genuine people.
Right.
Yeah, I've come to understand that when I start a relationship, whatever that relationship might be, if it's reader client or if it's friend or it's coworker, I start every relationship with believing that you're going to be 100% genuine, because I know I am, for better or for worse. I am as advertised, and for better or for worse. And so many people aren't like that. They've not yet once said or done anything contrary to the consistent pattern to which I've begun to expect out of them. They're just phenomenal. They're phenomenal.
Yeah.
Very underappreciated. They're extremely underappreciated. They're recognized. They've got a great following. They've got a tremendous following, but nothing compared to the I hate to use the word, but to the pedestal I hold them to, or set them upon. I think they're phenomenal.
Yes,
and
they
more
are.
people should know them. I'm gonna work on that.
You're going to work on that.
I'm gonna
Well,
work
we
on
think
that.
you're phenomenal too, Ken.
Yes.
Well, no, I know. No, I know. That's my problem lately. Is that I know. That's my problem lately.
Hey,
Yeah.
if you know you're 100% genuine, then there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Yeah, I think that's really what's important, especially in light workers. Anybody who's involved with spirit, if you're there to be a diva or you're there to be fake, it's unsettling to people. I think that they all want to be talked to like adults, and I think they all want to experience something really great and profound. And
Yeah.
I think that only happens when we're being genuine and honest and
Right.
real. And real.
And my
You're
very
like that. I'm sorry.
go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say you're like that when you do your weedings.
Your
I can
readings.
talk.
My readings,
When you do your readings,
yeah,
you're 100% genuine with your clients. You're
Yeah.
there for them when they cry. You're there for them for a shoulder. You know, the hugs, the mascara you get on your shirts, the whole
Yeah.
nine.
Mhm.
But
I had a look. I was like, is it on? I forgot I had watched it Sunday when I came home. But the thing is, I always leave with a sports coat that has to get laundered, or there's always makeup, and it just piles on through the course of the weekend. And but by the time I leave, I look in the mirror and I think, God, people think I must wear a tremendous amount of makeup. It's not me. No, I'm also there for ass whoopings. I'm also
yes, I
there
was going to
for
say,
Yes,
you'll
you
give
are.
somebody their ass.
And
Yeah.
I've told
Need be.
people that have come in for readings at the markets before. They're like, "We want somebody that's going to be blunt and tell us like it is." I'm like, "You're going to need to go to Ken.
yeah.
He's going to tell you exactly how it is."
But there's a difference. Like there's a particular tarot card reader that views their clients as that is just nasty
Mm-hmm.
and kind of cruel sometimes. I'm not that.
No.
I talk to you the way I would talk to my best girlfriends, Jenny or Mama Sita or you all. Like I'll look you in the face and say, "You're the problem. Let's fix it. I know why you're this way, but let's fix it." It's like last weekend, I had this lady sit down in front of me, and she thought I was some kind of a circus poodle that was going to jump through her burning hoop. And I looked her in the face and said, "And you've been divorced 3 times?" She said, "Yeah." And I said, "What's the common denominator?"
Let's think about
You-
this for a minute.
You bitch, you. And her daughter was sitting there the entire time, just couldn't sit still. She was like, when it was over, Mama Kim, Mama Sita, she's the daughter. She said, "I love when you're on. I love when you look
Mhm.
at somebody and say, this is the truth of your life. And you either take my advice and live a better quality of life or don't. I really don't. I really don't care. All I care for is that I gave you the tools that you need to live a better quality of life." And that's
Right.
really what
And I've noticed when we're doing readings that a lot of people just sit down, the stuff that they already know, they just want somebody to validate it for them
Mhm.
that doesn't know them.
validation. I like the term confirmation.
That's a better word. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the. Yeah, and you're absolutely right about it. They do. They want confirmation. I have also discovered that people want validation when they feel like they have special talents or special gifts and things like that.
Mhm.
But validation has become, I think, the world's biggest drug addiction. Like validation is like drug V, and everybody's trying to shoot it up. They're starving for somebody to hear them and validate them.
Mhm.
And I'm happy to be that as long as you're right.
Well, yeah, and that's not always the case.
Nope.
Nope.
I've seen that happen too.
And they don't like it when you tell them.
I still charge them anyway. I'm like, and that'll be you are out $60. Thank you very much. Top of the morning. Yeah. Piss off.
Mm-hmm.
I love you, Ken.
I love
I
you
do.
too. I love you too.
Ken actually did, and he probably did yours too. I don't know if he did yours or not, but he did my very first tarot reading a million years
He
ago.
taught me.
He taught you.
He
Yeah.
taught
He did my
me.
very first tarot reading. When I walked in, I just sat down. I was just like, please just don't tell me I'm going to die. That's all I wanted. Because that was my biggest fear, is getting a tarot reading and somebody going, you're going to die in this money.
Yeah. But the reason that I never have things like that pop up is because I make the person in front of me tell me why they're there.
Right.
When I was really young, I came out with a piece of information that set some really well, when you say read me and tell me what comes up, I think I was like 15, or maybe I was younger, 10 maybe. I said something to someone that caused a tremendous amount of turmoil, and I was right, but they weren't ready to receive it. The perpetrator, the guilty parties weren't ready to own up for it. It all came back to me. So the thing I do now is I say, why are you here? Like, what can I help you with? Because that's where we start. And if somebody sits in front of me and says, oh, I don't know, the next thing I do is a spread called The Mirror that shows me who you are from beginning to end consistently. And then we just take you apart and understand where you're at, where you want to be. How do we get there? We take a good long look in the mirror and we work on ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find that we get that a lot. We get a lot of people that sit down and be like, well, just tell me. I don't know what I want to.
And it's such bull. You know that these people did not get in their car, drive all the way down there, pay the money to come see it, look and judge us like a cattle call at the Palomino. Like, you know that, I don't even think they do cattle calls at the Palomino. I don't know what I was saying. In Nevada, somewhere, some kind of a brothel. The alien rest stop or whatever, you know, in Nevada, they're not looking at us like that and then thinking, oh, I don't have anything. No, they just want you to prove yourself so that they feel confident enough to. And I just look them in the face and say, I don't do testing. Tests don't work. What is it, Laura? Laura, you know me. Don't play. So cute.
I had to put that one up there.
Yeah.
She said, hey,
Laura, I miss your face, Laura.
So we have the event that you're doing, the Royal Rumble with the ladies. Hey, Keith. And then Sunday you'll be doing readings on Sunday.
Yes. I wish I could blame somebody else, but I admit when I've made a mistake. I double booked myself. So on Saturday the 23rd, I will be in Frankfort, Kentucky, teaching for the first part of the day. And then we're going to fly on over to Cincinnati, get set up for the Royal Rumble. And that's when I'll start my weekend. So I won't be there early in the day on Saturday, but I will be there all day Sunday. And I encourage you to show up early on Sunday if you want a reading with me. I say show up early. Mama Kim will put you on the list, and we do first come, first serve. And
you feel like
it's worth the wait. It's worth the wait. It really is. There's things I can do with a deck of cards that, I mean, I've done it for 32 years, y'all.
Right.
June makes 32 years I've shuffled tarot cards. 32 years. There have been people who've lived and died in that time. Like, sadly, but that's true. You know what I mean? I've done it man and boy, you know what I mean? Like as a child and as an adult. And I've come to the point now where I have such confidence in it because it has just done nothing for 32 years but prove accurate and poignant and helpful.
And you've read on a regular deck of playing cards, correct?
Yeah, that's how I started. Aunt Caroline came over. Aunt Caroline let me just paint Aunt Caroline for you. And if Lisa Kudrow, Phoebe from Friends, had been in the tanning bed too much and didn't have all the money, it was Aunt Caroline. And Aunt Caroline, she's no longer with us, but Aunt Caroline would laugh like this. She'd go, and she had a lisp and she'd say, oh my God, I can't believe you just said that. And like, it was so sweet and so beautiful. Chef's kiss. And she'd sit down and she'd read fortunes for the girls. And then I asked to have my fortune read. And I was 8 years old at the time. And she said, no. She said, I'll teach you how to do it. And so she showed me, and I went home to Granny's, and I said, look what I can do. And Granny said, that's real cute, Junior, but real men use tarot. And that's what you call tarot cards, was tarot. And real men use tarot, and she gave me $20. And I went and bought the original Alice in Wonderland deck, which is now valued at like $400. And I just gave them to my chosen sister, Mackenzie, for Christmas.
Oh, wow.
To thank her for the journey that we've been on, because, you know, now that I've made it, I felt like everybody in my life deserved something special. So that's what I gave to her. Yeah. Mama Kim's gift was to go with me to Los Angeles for the premiere. And, rub elbows with Kristen Stewart and Dakota Fanning and Demi Lovato and all them. That was her big gift. That and I took her to see Winona Judd.
Yes, I saw pictures of y'all going to see Winona Judd.
Yeah, well, then I might have had an alcoholic beverage and proceeded to show my ass on the way home at a Waffle House, not on film. And that went really well for me. And the next day I heard the voicemails that I left for everybody and was very embarrassed. But that was her gift. That was her gift. Tragic.
Oh, that's sweet.
What's that say? I can't read that.
This is it was Laura. She said, I have told so many people about you, Ken, and I still remember when you gave me the best advice at the time that I needed it. Thank you so much for that.
That was about, gosh, I was still married back then when I read for Laura. That was a long time ago. Yeah, I'm glad you're still around, babe. And I'm happy you took the advice. That's wonderful.
I feel like Ken collects people. They don't leave him. Once they appear, they stay.
That's so funny you say that. When we were filming Living for the Dead, there was always what you'd say like a client. There was always a client in every episode. And in every episode, I connected with at least one person, with the exception of 2 episodes, The Mansion in the Desert and The House of Wills. But we still talk to each other. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah, with the Winona Judd concert, I went to the Louisville Palace and saw Jill and Caitlin from the Louisville Palace episode. And
Nice.
just the other day, I saw Ken from the, my God, I'll be hung by my toenails. Waverly Hills. Oh my God, embarrassing. From the Waverly Hills episode, he was at Scarefest. And I talked to Rachel and Josh a lot. Going to go to their wedding.
See, he collects people.
I just feel like when you connect with folks, you connect.
Right.
And you should honor that connection, especially if they're good people.
Yeah, I agree.
The rest of the cast was not having that. In fact, Ross said to me, Ross said, Ken, I get that you're all about, having connections with people, but that's not how I operate. And I was like, no worries, Ross. I'll do all the connectings fine by me.
Yeah.
I love people. I really do. I'm my brother and sister's keeper. I've said it for a long time. The only reason God put breath in me was to be my brother and sister's keeper. That's it. So if my brothers and sisters ever needed me, they know that I've had the same phone number since Bill Clinton was in office. Just text.
Jennifer said that she is so grateful for all that you've taught her.
Yeah, Jennifer Valquette, she took my tarot class, and she has taken my psychic development class.
Nice.
And she was already very gifted and doing very well on her own, but she took the courses, and she's done phenomenal with them. Phenomenal. And I'm very proud of her. That's my little Jennifer Valquette. She's like this little Fabergé egg in my head that I just carry on a pillow. But just to kind of plug that real quick, if you ever want to have these kind of courses and things, tarot is an 8-class course, and psychic development is a 4-class course, and you can get those by going to kenboggle.com and just fill out the readings form or the contact us form, and my assistant Mary will be in touch, and she'll schedule that for you as long as I don't mess it up. She went to Jamaica. She went to Jamaica and left me fending for myself. And here's the tea. Here, you didn't ask, but here's the tea.
No, I'm good.
I am so not good at scheduling things that I begin to panic. Like my palms become sweaty. And emails back and forth. Not Uncle Ken. So there was this lady who wrote me in Australia, and we had been talking for like an hour on email. Finally, I broke. I said, can you do your reading right now? It was midnight here, 4 p.m. there. I was like, I'll throw some clothes on and we'll go ahead and do this reading. Like, I can't keep doing this business. And Mary, bless her, I left her a voice message when it was over. I was like, see, this is why you can't leave me. Like, this is why. Because I would work I would work all the time. You know, if somebody wasn't there to keep the reins on it, it would be too much.
Hang on. Yeah, I know, Tracy. I just blocked her.
We got her blocked.
Yeah,
She's
it
not in here
happens.
anymore.
It happens.
We had a
Who'd we
spammer.
block?
We had a
Yeah,
spammer.
spammer. Oh, I've had a vision about you. Come to my site, and if you have to go, and it's usually, we always have them every once in a while, and it just depends. Once you hit a certain number, I think they just jump on and start spamming the hell out of you.
Bummer.
Yeah,
It's okay. That means we've made it. We have spammers now.
We're special.
Ain't that something? Ain't that
I
something?
know.
Yeah, I figure if you have to jump on somebody's live and beg for readings, then you got issues.
Well, if you're really truly psychic, you would have known from the jump that wasn't going to work.
Just saying.
You know, I should have put my water in a teacup and just side eye.
There you go.
I should have done that.
There you go.
Roz would have done that. Roz would have done that.
Okay, so speaking of Living for the Dead, because again, if you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. I mean,
so good.
You made me cry twice.
Right.
Like
it's in the feels.
Boo-hoo, tears streaming, cry, and I was like, "Damn it, Ken!" Yeah. It just first episode, or was it the first episode?
His moment in the bar. Yeah.
The moment in the bar made me cry, and the moment with the teenage.
That was
the Limp Mansion.
Yeah.
Was it?
No, wasn't it? Hell, Ken, you did it. Why can't you? One of my celebrity friends actually said to me the other day, she said, not the other day, it's been like a year ago. She said, Ken, I love having readings with you because you don't remember shit. She said, I could tell you anything in the world and it's in one ear and out the other. And she's absolutely right. Like, I'm the best secret keeper because it goes blurp, and I just, I drank and smoked my mind a long time ago. Like, I don't remember it. Yeah, no, it's an incredible show. There's 8 episodes. It's on Hulu and Disney Plus. If you're in America, it's on both. If you're in the UK and other countries, we're in 70 plus countries. It's on Disney Plus, or they have a Stars Network program that you can kind of join. It's on that. It's a great docuseries, absolutely real. I and my 4 friends went ghost hunting in a tricked out, really very cool.
It was very cool.
1980s camper van.
I need that camper van.
We went wherever Kristen Stewart told us to go. And you might know Kristen Stewart from a little program called Twilight, or Spencer, or Panic Room. She's been in everything. I hope one day she finally breaks through and makes it as an actress. I really hope she does. She's always texting me, Ken, will I make it? Will I make it? I just put the phone down like it's Kristen again. Jeez.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, question.
Yes. Probably the question.
Okay, so I know that you've done investigations outside of Living for the Dead. Do you have a favorite place? Aha. Let me put you in the spot.
We know you have a not so favorite place.
Yeah.
We saw that. But yes.
I think this changes often, because like people ask me this, and it changes often because there's something about each individual thing that really hits. I was once asked to go to a really old, nearly derelict building here in Lexington that my friend purchased, and he was turning it into apartments. And I forget the location of it now, but I must live somewhere close to it because it was right off of Main Street, the old Main Street. And that to me is just one house over right now. But I went in, and I was just there to kind of get a vibe for the place. And immediately when I walked through the door, children went right out from underneath me. Like, it was like spirit kids, like, woo. I was like, oh my God, all these kids. Like, I threw my hands up and stood back because like it was a lot. It's like all these kids. And he was like, that's interesting. And I got the vibes that it was probably like an orphanage or a place for like a safe place for children, maybe a school at some point. But they were being educated there and cared for there. He confirmed that it was a place for children in the system. Way, way, way back. I went into a bathroom there, and when I walked into the bathroom, the flash of what I saw was so intense that I stood back, because I saw the tile floor was at one point black and white tiles. There was a clawfoot tub, and there was blood in it. And there was a woman who was a sex worker who had killed herself.
Wow.
And her name was Patricia, Patsy. And he confirmed that. And I confirmed that there was some kind of inhuman entity that was there. But that was probably one of my favorite locations to go to, because he didn't make me wait for confirmation. He didn't feed me anything. But when I spoke, it was like, boom. Yeah, it was absolute. Yep. You know, it's like this happened and this happened, or you know, Ken, I don't know about that. I'll have to look into it. But that was one of my favorite places to go. The other place that was a really big favorite of mine to go to was the Limp Mansion. I think the Limp Mansion, although it's on the show, and the question was what's on the show that you love to do, but the Limp Mansion was one of my favorites, just because it was so steeped in history, and my outfit was fucking killing it. I had that gold suede number.
Oh yeah.
It might still be in my closet. It might. I don't know.
Well, I will tell you that Ken looks totally hot in all the episodes. I'm just saying.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Yeah, I was killing it. It was a real look, and it didn't start out that way. That Copper Queen episode really does not thrill me at all, because it's the first time I've been without a bowler. One of the producers, Caitlin, had a cowboy hat that belonged to her mom, and she said, "Would you wear it?" And I said, "Yeah." Mama Kim still reams me over that all the time. She's like, "I hate that hat," and I'm like, "It was for Caitlin." You know, we fight over it all the time. No, but the really cool part was that they asked me before we got started. They were like, "We're going to select some clothes for you. What is your general vibe?" And I said, "My vibe is Stevie Nicks and B. Arthur have a baby with Edgar Allan Poe." And
Yeah.
the lady was, "That's weird as hell." Absolutely. She was the costume designer was like, "Yes." And there were a couple of things that they threw at me that I was like, that ain't me. And there were a couple of things that they put on me that I said, if I don't look like me, the people back home will know that this is bull, and they won't buy anything that you're saying. I'm like, and so I have to look like me. This has to be authentically genuine. And this is before we started filming anything. It was just the costume fittings. Then something happened where all of my clothes ended up mixed in with Alex's and Logan's, and ended up in the floor of the moving truck that they had with all of our clothes and stuff. So all my stuff that was set up like, this is what you wear what days, and these are the looks that you have, it all got mixed up. So about 3 episodes in, I just, every day before we filmed something, I went down with a cup of coffee and picked out what I was going to wear and pieced all of that together. And my shining moment was when I did the what they call the hero shot, or the title sequence, where I'm in that black on black on black.
That's my favorite.
And the gloves. And it's so Maggie Smith, very Downton Abbey, kind of mourning Victorian, just funeral vibes. I was like, there we go. And when I pieced it together, I'd actually waited until that moment to put that outfit together. And the night before, I stood there in the mirror looking at myself for about 30 or 45 minutes crying, thinking, finally, I'm looking at the mirror and I'm seeing myself as I really am. This is that person that I was always supposed to be. You know, I was no longer that poor kid in Hippo Holler that had to wear his sister's coats, or, you know, whose mommy was putting bread bags over her shoes because they had holes in them. I was standing there, a fully realized person. I was Ken Boggle. That's when I really became Ken Boggle. It really hit. It was perfect.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Real transition.
So I have, look, I'm asking all the questions. Missy, do you have a question? Because I had a question.
You are covering it. I was gonna ask about donuts.
Okay.
You've
First
been
person
eating
I saw
donuts.
eat donuts was Ken.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired.
I love it.
But I
was
know
like,
it became Roz's thing. But it's first episode. I think you were the one eating donuts, weren't you?
I ate so many donuts that I think it was the showrunner, Elaine, or it could have been Logan. Might have been Logan. Somebody somewhere said, "Can you not eat the set?" My response was, "They're sitting right here. What do you want?"
I mean, they're there.
they're donuts.
Yes.
Yeah, Roz uses them as a coping mechanism. I didn't know that until we started filming, but and we were a couple of episodes deep. But donuts have always been delicious. They're not a coping mechanism. I just like carbs,
Right.
and
Who doesn't?
yeah, donuts have always been. If there's some kind of food sitting around, I'm gonna eat it. You know, there was this scene when we were in the Palomino episode where they took us to this bar to meet the townies, right? The people who know what's. If you ever want to do a proper paranormal investigation, go do a townie beat where you take time to sit with the people who live in that town. You'll learn some stuff. It's a very important part of any paranormal investigation, I think. But they said, okay, we're going to pay for you all to eat, so just eat. And I was like, you've made such a mistake. I ordered a double bacon cheeseburger, large order of fries, and a Diet Coke. And I proceeded to eat it, which is why you don't see me a lot in that scene. It's because I was just like a chipmunk, like, meow, meow, just burnt beef flying at people, pork everywhere. And then the scene went on a little bit longer, and I ate everything. So they had to order me another one. So then I had to eat it, again, not my problem. I use the word had, like I had to eat it, but for continuity, no, I destroyed it because I'm an eater. She eats. She shuffles cards, she works, she eats, she loves. That's me. That's what my tombstone's going to say.
Well, Chinese food or Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Oh yeah.
A bucket of chicken.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's Missy. That tells people how well you know me. That right there is, you know me well, because
I hope so.
the thing I always do is that after it's all said and done, and I've worked my butt off doing readings or markets, conventions, or fairs or something, I always go home and have either order $80 worth of Chinese food or several buckets of chicken, whether that's KFC. I've recently fallen back in love with Lee's famous recipe. And I just sit there with a bucket of chicken and I eat, bones flying everywhere or what have you. And Chinese food just laid out all over the coffee table, and I just buffet. I sleep, I get up, I eat, I sleep, I get up, I eat. And then by Monday morning, I start work all over again. That's how I recharge. See, Swango knows me. That's
Mine's French fries. I have to have French fries.
Yeah.
Yep.
They say that carbs are really good for people who expend a lot of energy in this field. But the preferred method is more hydration, clean protein. But I don't do anything anybody else ever says. So it's fried chicken and Chinese food over here, kids.
I gotta have grease.
And donuts.
Grease.
Yeah.
I mean, we go back a little ways, so.
Yeah, more than 10 years.
Yes, it all started with 2 lightsabers.
At a Christmas party at, what was it?
I saw that video.
It still exists somewhere. I was 286 pounds back then.
Were you really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on the Kirstie Alley and Oprah method of weight loss journey, where you lose a bunch, gain a bunch, depending on whether or not you're on camera. And so for the show, Living for the Dead, I was 184 pounds, 185. And then we got paid.
And you ate.
And then she ate. And then by the time I got back home, and the depression of it having wrapped was so hard on me that for a month I laid on this amazing sofa, which is the size of a twin bed. And I ate and I gained 45 pounds. So I'm in my deep 200s right now. But, um, if and when we get a second season, I'll shape right back up. I prefer a spandex, a breathable, movable fabric
Yes.
in a
Yes.
sports coat and an ascot. That's what I like.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hide everything.
Yes, honey. Yes. It's all about the angle
Yes.
and the fan. Yeah.
I need to start with fans to do that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The thing I've discovered is that if you can we're so left field right now, but hopefully people at home are enjoying it. If you can get layers of black in different textures
Mm-hmm.
and make sure that it's all cut to its own form, like if you get a sports coat that's cut and then in a vest that's cut, and then you wrap up in something here that has its own texture and it has its own um, form, its own shape, and then with some gloves at the right angle, please.
Yeah.
You can't tell her nothing.
Right. Fashion tips with Ken Boggle tonight.
Yeah,
Yes.
but that outfit that you wear at the beginning of that's fire.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. It might also be in my closet. I can't confirm or deny.
I don't blame you, not one little bit.
That's when I became me. It's really when I became myself, and it's when I decided I would legally change my name to Ken Boggle. Which is apparently a lot harder if you have a record. So,
Oops.
yeah. No, it's all coming out in the book. By the way, the book is almost finished. We start selling it soon. It's called Becoming Ken Boggle. And I actually have a little
I didn't know if I could ask you about that. I was wondering.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's I've got a little bit of homework to do on it tonight. The editor, Mary Jo, had questions that she felt that people would have if they read the book. And so she's like, we need to kind of go back and revisit these topics. A lot about my family, a lot about the trauma that happened. She cleaned up a lot for me. She cleaned up a lot, but I wanted to make the book very truthful and very honest. There's going to be, if you love me, the book will be hard to read. It will be really hard to read. But our goal, mine and my agents and managers, our goal is to get it to become an Audible original where I read the book. I narrate Becoming Ken Boggle.
I love that. I listen to
Yeah.
those when I'm driving. Because I have like a bad commute. So yeah.
Well, yeah, you do. One of the things Mary Jo said to me just the other day, she said, Ken, I don't know about you reading this book. She said, I don't think any good can come of that. She was like, there's some really heavy stuff here. And my response was, nobody has ever read an audiobook themselves and shown real, raw emotion.
Mhm.
I think in today's world, we love the polished stuff,
Mhm.
but our soul responds to genuine realness. So
Right.
I think, like you were saying earlier about, Tonopah and the Clown Motel, when I broke down about this mother who was trying to be respectful of her non-binary child's pronouns, it hit people. I still get messages today, like, 2 or 3 a day, about how it hit people and how nice it was to see somebody be real and human. And so that's what I'll be doing with the book, hopefully. And I'd like to work something out that if you bought the audiobook, you get to download the actual book for free. Something like that.
Mhm.
But we will, I think we'll find a great publisher for it. And it's going to be the first time in literary history anybody has ever done an autobiography through the lens of the major arcana of the tarot. So every chapter talks about the card, what its definitions is, what the symbolism is, how it comes up in readings, and then how I became Ken Boggle through that experience or that person or that event. And so we go through things like the High Priestess. We go through things like the Hanged Man. And we go through things like the Devil. And then we come to the place where it's like all done. And I've hit the world. And the world's the last card in the major arcana. So you learn a lot. You learn a lot about it. You'll know the major arcana very, very well by reading the book, but also you'll understand what it took to become me. And I hope that people kind of look at it and say, oh God, he really did that. Or I can't believe he did that. But then immediately to say, He lived through it. Good for him.
Yeah.
You know, because I really shouldn't have lived through some of the things that I did. You know, a lot of people have died doing some of the things that I've done to myself or the things that I've lived through. And I think that it's important to get all that out and to say there is a better day. Things do get brighter. They get shittier, but then they get brighter again, you know? And I hope people love it, and I hope it's received well. I'll let you know as soon as it's published. You will always know everything. You all know everything before anything happens anyway. You all are like Mama Kim. I talk to you about everything.
Well, and I'm excited about it. I think it was probably a good healing process for you. Will be a healing process for people who have been through the same type of things to see how far you've come, to maybe encourage them to, hey, if I can just get through this, maybe I can do this. Yeah. So I think that's good. I am all about a book being blunt and real and telling your story. I mean, there's going to be some people that probably won't be okay with it, but I mean, I've known you this long. I figure even though it probably will be hard for me to read, I'm still going to love you no matter what.
It will be, but I think at the end of it, you go, God, I love him even more. I you know, you just somehow you just look. I feel like that the people who do love me will say, God, this is why I love that man. And I think in terms of it, general terms, it's just a book about survival and finding yourself in that process. You know, I hope some people burn it. I hope I get on a banned list. I hope that happens. But more than anything, I hope there's some kid somewhere who picks it up and says, oh my God, I don't have to live through that because this guy did. And you know, here's how he's had to survive it. You know, that people live a better quality of life because, you know, they see how it goes and they know how hard it is to come back from the worst of the worst.
All right. If you help one person, you did your job.
Right.
Amen. And I feel that way about everything. That's like when we started to film the show, I said, if one person watches this and says it has profoundly affected me in a positive way, then I'm happy as a clam. I'm the happiest camper.
I've binged it like 6 times. So
I mean, I'm sure that you've achieved that. And I will say, and I've noticed, you know, because I'm one of those, I like to read reviews too, because I'm a nosy bitch. And I like to see what people say and stuff. And I think that what some people don't understand is there's so much that goes on behind the scenes. And just knowing from being around you and being around people that do this, the work that's done behind the scenes that they don't show, it may not be entertaining, but so it's not going to make the cut. Or, you know, you might want to respect some of the boundaries for these people that you're working for. But
or in my case, you come off like a raging bitch and they're like, Ken,
you can't do that on TV.
It seems very uncharacteristic of you to call somebody a lying bitch. I think maybe you should redirect that. Maybe.
Yeah.
Like, no, I do it all the time. Like, no, this is fine. No, but yeah, a lot of stuff doesn't make it. And you know what's really weird is that a lot of the spookiest stuff didn't make it.
Really?
Yeah, there were times that were so incredibly scary that I'm shocked that they didn't make it. But you know, it's all geared toward telling the story, and it's all geared toward, you know, trying to do that in 45 minutes to an hour, and that's hard. Not everything can make it. You know, we actually had slumber parties. Us, you know, the cast and the cameras were there, and they filmed us having slumber parties, and that never made it. You know, wonderful moments like Logan slipping and falling and busting his ass on ice, wearing his pajamas, which was so cute. Moments of Juju playing Chubby Bunny, where you put as many marshmallows in your mouth as you can and still say Chubby Bunny. She had like 8 jumbo marshmallows shoved up in her. Oh, sis can do it. Sis can do it. And then there's really beautiful moments where there were no cameras around, where, you know, I was in an RV looking over and at these 4 amazing people and thinking, my God, I'm the luckiest man on earth. I love them so much, and they're so beautiful and stunning and talented. And those kinds of moments didn't make it. But what did make it was all true, all real. And it's all presented really beautifully. I think it looks like a movie, which puts people off. They're like, this doesn't feel like a paranormal show. Is it a movie? But the end result, the truth is that it's all real. It's all there. You know?
I liked it. It was different. It wasn't like your average paranormal show. I mean, it It had
Which,
different.
I mean, there's like a million of them out there. And I was like,
Yeah.
I set for myself, I was like, I'm going to watch them all. No.
I can't sit through them.
Yeah.
There's no way, because I love it when the beginning is like, oh, we did this differently. I'm like, no, your show's exactly the same. But I feel like
Show's
Living for
the
the Dead was different. It was.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. It broke the mold, and I think the most important pieces of it was it goes beyond sexuality. I think the most important pieces of it was that you see these paranormal investigators, you see us really affecting people's lives, because hauntings affect people's life.
Right.
It tears families apart. It ruins businesses, and people struggle through that. And you have to be able to heal the person. Helping the living by healing the dead is exactly what happened. It's exactly what happened. So amazing. So amazing.
I was just happy to
Fingers
see
crossed.
somebody with cards.
Yeah, that's a real big plus.
Yeah.
Nobody. In fact, I've had so many people who do tarot write me. In fact, it happened earlier today, and this chick said, and one of them, Michelle Belanger, actually wrote me. You know Michelle Belanger from Paranormal State and her own amazing work that she does. She wrote me and said, a lot of people are asking me about this mirror spread that you do. Like, this mirror spread, like, what is it? And that mirror spread came to me while I was unconscious having surgery. And when they woke me up, I had this vision about what it looked like. And she's like, can we teach it? And I was like, no. Nobody will ever know the mirror spread until I'm on my, on death's door. Will somebody figure that out?
That's your spread.
That's Granny's biscuit recipe right there. Yeah.
Well,
Whale.
my Mississippi just came out. I'm sorry.
Yes, it did.
I love it. Love that.
Oh, words. They're gone now. Because I said whale.
Well, I'll take over for you. Come see us March 23rd and 24th at the Sacred Journey Mystical Market. It's going to be in the Eastgate, Cincinnati, Ohio. What's the name of the location?
Holiday Inn.
Holiday Inn.
Yeah.
And we're going to have the Royal Rumble, myself and the Connor Sisters, the Appalachian Witches, doing an amazing 4-reader gallery reading. You're going to have an amazing opportunity there to get a lot of questions answered by 5 phenomenal folks who are very, very gifted in their craft. And don't just stay for that. Come and see all the amazing vendors. The Spirit Mechanics will be there. Paul Bradford's going to be there. We all remember Paul Bradford from the sci-fi days. We're going to have tons of really great vendors. There's a wonderful restaurant there that you can come eat at. There's a fantastic bar that you can come sling drinks in. And it's going to be phenomenal. So don't forget, March 23rd and 24th. It's a 2-day event. I will be there for the Royal Rumble and then all day Sunday. But come see everybody. Sacred Journey Mystical Market.
Look at that. See? And there you go. There's our plan.
And if you want to see me for a reading, go to KenBoggle.com. Follow me on social media at KenBoggle. And thanks, ladies. This has been fun.
You can get tickets for the Royal Rumble on the website, www.sacredjourneymarket.com. I would pre-buy tickets.
Yes.
If we have space the day of, we will. You can buy one at the door, but I would not suggest to wait till then. You can get your tickets ahead of time. If you get a ticket, you get in half price to the market, and you can come see people. Get there early. You can come see people at the market, and
it's a great deal.
Check things out. We really do have an amazing plethora of people.
You really
Cluster of people.
We have a family. We have a family of people.
We do.
And we add a little bit more every time. And so then this is the first time that we've had an extensive waiting list to get into the market. So yay, it's our 6th one. So I feel like, yay, we got there. So yay. But
go get your tickets.
Get your tickets at the website. And we hope to see you there next week. And Ken, thank you so much for stopping by and chatting with us.
Always my pleasure. I love you much. I'm going to go see a man about a bucket of chicken.
There you go.
Bye.
Love you too.
I love you.
All right. So you can come see Ken, you can come see Paul. You can come see Spirit Mechanics. You can come see the Three Appalachian Witches. So rundown on our featured guests. We'll just give that real quick. Ken Boggle was on Living for the Dead. He also had Tarot Date by Ken Boggle, or with Ken Boggle. Tarot Date with Ken Boggle?
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? Before Living for the Dead, you got Paul Bradford. He is from back in the day, Ghost Hunters International and Trending Fear. He has these amazing boards that he's going to be selling. I'm excited. I don't think he's sold them yet at events yet. He hasn't been able to. So this is his first one. He does spirit boards, and he does unique spirit boards. So
yes,
they're funny. They're funny. So he does unique spirit boards. He also does maps and stuff. I don't know what all he's going to bring, but you definitely need to check that out. Then we have Spirit Mechanics. If you have ever watched the Dead Files, you know the people that go in after for the aftercare of the families that have had spirits that have interrupted their lives and caused problems and disasters and all that stuff like that. They are the cleanup crew, so to speak. They go in after and help the families get through it and cleanse the houses and all those things. They will be there. They provide all kinds of services there. They're also doing a seminar. You definitely don't want to miss out on seeing them. And then, of course, we have Three Appalachian Witches. That is Misty Connor, Ashley Connor, and Pat O'Keefe. They are doing the Royal Rumble with Ken.
Yes.
But they also will be they do healings and readings and that such at their booth as well. We have an amazing group of vendors. We have crystal vendors, candle vendors, readers, astrology readers,
wooden spoons,
tarot readers. We have wooden spoons.
Wooden spoons.
Spoons are so
they are amazing.
I have one of my this is not like the spoons that this is like the little worry spoon, but yes,
worry spoons, but
wooden spoons. We have aura photography. We have henna. We have a henna artist that's going to be there. We also have fire damnation.
We have all the things.
We have so many things that are going to be there. And it's just the atmosphere is amazing. The people there, we try to set up the room and set things up so that you can feel the good energy when you walk through the door. And we work very hard at doing that. We want you to feel welcome. It's a safe place for people. We have a good time. People love being there. The vendors and readers love being there. Oh, we have healers too. We have Reiki. We have sound healing. We have
massages.
We have massages. It's just a good place to come and just let shit go, meet great people, be around great people, purchase some cool shit. Yes, Nick will be there with his cool ass earrings, and he's right in the front.
Earring.
Huh?
I said, you name it, he puts it on an earring.
You're damn right. And he's always in the front. We put him in the front because we love seeing his shining face when we open the doors. And it's an amazing event that you don't want to miss out on. It's inexpensive. Did we want to say anything about what we were possibly going to do with the other thing that's going on that weekend?
Yes. We can.
You do that.
Okay. So we do know that there's some other events going on. I believe Horror Hound is that weekend as well. But if you want to come to both, that's fine. You can bring your ticket from Horror Hound or proof that you went, and you can get your ticket for half price to get into our event. So do that. Bring your Horror Hound ticket if you go, and you come see us too, and you get it for half price.
Right. So you can go see your horror people, come see us, come get some cleansing, healing, good juju vibes. I mean, there's so much you can do there, and we always have a good time, and it's a good place to hang out. And the people that are there are incredible. We don't do it for any other reason than we love being around our family, and this is our family. So come see us next weekend at the Holiday Inn, Cincinnati Eastgate, Saturday and Sunday. We love you. We'll be on next Wednesday. And just kind of follow the page on Facebook. We might pop in with some lives when we're doing setup and stuff like that. You know, we never know. We look like a hot mess express.
Yeah, well, I mean,
we do stupid shit. But you know what? When with us, you see what you see is what you get.
Yep.
We're honest. We don't want to feel like,
people. Yep.
Love us or hate us is fine. We love y'all. Thank you for joining us tonight. We will see you next Wednesday. And then hopefully we'll see you next weekend at Sacred Journey Market. Have a good night, guys.